Alright, we're going to give a little bit of a different angle on this one because I need both hands for it. So, this is the AX-8560. This is the TRX clone that you can get off of Alibaba or AliExpress, Banggood, all of them. I'll have a link in the description. All the parts I'll have also linked down below. If you're interested in getting any of them, they are affiliate links. Helps out, gets me more parts for these guys so that I can compare and show them and test them out and have some fun, you know. Alright, so back to what I was trying to say. This truck has been through, actually, let me rephrase this. This truck has driven with me across the country. I flew to South Carolina to help my mom move home, and I have dragged this thing across the airplane with me. And let me tell you what, it was kind of funny watching them see this little thing go through on my backpack, but it was a lifesaver while I was driving across country. We'd get bored and pull over and I'd use it. So this one, I have done as much as I possibly can to it without changing the chassis out. I really like the fact that with these things, they come factory with the body liner. Underliner? Body liner? Anyways, whatever. It has the factory underliner on it, so it stays nice and clean. The insides are pretty dang clean for what it is. I've used this thing for a long time. It has had a lot of batteries through it. This motor and ESC I am actually really impressed with for being how cheap it was. I was anticipating it like a WPL where you have to go full throttle to do anything with it. The 370 motor that's on this and the ESC combination is actually extremely good for what it was stock. And when you put gears and do a little bit of finagling and maybe put reduction in these guys, they're just wild. I'm extremely happy with the fact that they were able to squeeze this size of motor in here, because the 180, don't get me wrong, it works, but it's not the best. It's one of those things where it's at that 75%. You can use a little bit more power, or you could use a little bit more wheel speed with those, and I really didn't like that. This is quick enough. I can walk behind it. I can have no thoughts about walking too fast. Like if I really needed it to catch up to me full throttle, there's no issues. It'll catch up. On this one, it is a little bit more heavy, I should say. Full aluminum axle housings. I have the ramp crab axle widening kit. Okay, well, apparently that's not the right size. Anyways, these guys down here. So that widens it 5 mil on both sides, front and rear. I have the Austarhobby brass. That is by far my favorite stuff on this on these trucks. It's cheap, it's heavy, it's good quality, and they generally fit without question. There have been some clearance issues with some other brass things that I've used, but nothing that I couldn't deal with. Austarhobby links front and rear, high clearance links for the Defender, and then I have the Angora high clearance links on the inside here to adjust the pinion angle so I can move the pinion forward and backwards. It really helps. It'll push forward, so when I go over something, it doesn't want to suck backwards. It'll actually push forward when I do it. And so yeah, it's been a work in progress, let's just say that. I have put a lot of R&D into getting this thing to work really well. And the one thing I like about this is back when they first started making these, they had triple shock mount locations so that you could actually change the length location. The more recent ones, I've noticed that they only have a single mount location on these guys, which kind of sucks because you can't use the shocks with the reservoirs here. They don't fit. Like, they don't fit at all. and so you have to either remove the tray here or change out the top hats. I've got the Bronco front bumper on this guy. I didn't think it would work. I'm still kind of not too happy with it, but it fits the build pretty good, I think. It's one of those things where it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this and see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'm not gonna worry about it. And I mean, it works. It works pretty good, but it definitely has some spots that I want to chop off. I want to clear this right here and right here so that I don't have those lips. I could drive up into stuff, but kind of like the fact that it's protecting my turn signals. I still have the plastic skid plate on this because it drags a lot of belly, and the aluminum tends to hang up on stuff, which on the axles it's not a problem because I could just drag through it, but with the chassis down here it really does cause issues. But yeah, you can see, like, it's the not having all that open space underneath of it with the Traxxas. It is night and day. Like my Defender, I would go out and go mess around with it and come back, and it would be completely just coated. Everything's filled with dirt. There's sand in places that it doesn't need to be. The inside of the body's dirty, and it's like, how much do you think that costs? That's like $7. Yeah, it's not expensive, and it's such an easy and cheap way to make things. They're cleaner, more. Like I said, it's not durable, more durable, but for what it is, this guy is actually quite impressive, I think, with the amount of flex I get out of it. And it's heavy. It does really well. I like, so these shocks have 40 weight oil in them, and I am quite thoroughly impressed with them. But until then, yeah, just kind of wanted to give you guys a build breakdown, show you how they work and what I've done to them. Oh, this one has the silicone soft inserts in them with these pin tires here. What are these? Crawlmasters rock terrains. Endura S5 rock terrain 64 or 62 millimeter. These things are impressive. I am really happy with how they've turned out, or how they work. They're extremely grippy on the rocks, and they do pretty good in the dirt. I won't say that they're the best, but they work pretty well. But anyways, just wanted to give a quick rundown, build breakdown, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment, and till then, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.